Hey guys, this is Carissa Hartung, and I'm going to answer question 4. How can we explain memory as an active process that is based on schematization? So, my example will be learning French. So, schematization is the process of organizing information. Like if you're looking at schematics for a house, this is the organization of something, and it's structured. It's a structured framework. So, I'm going to talk about schematization and proactive interference or previous memory interfering with my ability to learn French. So, I started learning Spanish in elementary school. All of my teachers were pretty good about having Spanish information being given to us pretty frequently. By the time I entered middle school, we actually had a whole section on it with a Spanish teacher where we learned more advanced Spanish. Not that I could have a whole on conversation, but I could ask for the basics. When it came to high school, I decided I wanted to learn French. And then when I started taking tests, I was failing. So I had built a strong foundation with learning Spanish, and I struggled with proactive interference learning Spanish. So, proactive, I like to think of it as previous. So, the role of existing schemas help facilitate learning. They serve as a cognitive framework that organizes this new information, enabling quicker understanding and retrieval of these concepts, making learning more efficient. However, when the new information contradicts or overlaps with established schemas, it can lead to confusion or difficulty in learning. This is particularly evident in language acquisition, where similar languages may interfere with each other, which is exactly what my experience was. So while learning French, my prior knowledge of Spanish created problems. The schema I had developed for Spanish often overshadowed the new concepts I was trying to learn in French. This proactive interference confused me and frustrated the learning process. The overlap of vocabulary and grammar between the two languages also made it difficult to access correct French language structures, demonstrating how existing memories can complicate the acquisition of new knowledge. So, regular practice can help solidify the new information, especially when the languages have been similar. Inconsistent practice can lead to reliance on existing schemas, which hinder the retention of the new knowledge. So, without the regular enforcement of French, I reverted to accessing the Spanish retrieved only Spanish when I was taking my test. I mean, I would be reciting the French alphabet and start saying it in Spanish because it is so similar. So the consistent practice allows us to differentiate between the two similar concepts. That is one of the key things that need to be done in order to manage proactive interference from the existing knowledge. So we see that I had a kind of a cognitive overload, which was affecting my ability to learn the new language and develop a new schema for French. So memory functions as an active process where retrieval and reconstruction are shaped by prior experience and established schemas. So my brain needs to be able to create clear distinctions, which involves studying heavily the new information and regularly. That way, when my brain is overloaded, it can access the new French information and then they can coexist in memory. So, that is my example of schematization and proactive interference.